Hi everyone, welcome to the Fire Mountain Gems and Beads Jewelry Making Studio. Today's tutorial is about this really cool chain stitch. Some people call it a tubular chain stitch or maybe a spiral stitch. You notice how sometimes when you're making these neat tubular things for the neck part of your necklace, that they're quite often thick and elaborate. I love these because they give the impression kind of chain because they're thin and simple. And no big deal. They look great. This is a size 11 seed bead that this one was made out of with the metallic. Really looks like a chain. It is super flexible. And this one's done with a size 15. If your eyes are good enough, you go for it. It's a beautiful little stitch.
Get our email newsletter for beading news, sale announcements, new product announcements, and more. Link is in the description below.
Okay, so how to do it. I'm going to show you on these great big beads, size 8s. Just so you can follow along. Starts off with just 4 beads. And you can use a solid color. You can use other colors if you like. 4 beads. I'm going to pull those down toward the end of my thread. And then I'm going to go back just through the first one. Just this one. Just through that. And I'll pull that through. It's going to make sort of a little diamond or a little circle, whatever you want to call it. I think it looks like a little diamond. Okay, now this is so easy. It's scary. I'm going to pick up 2 more beads. And this is the bead I'm coming out of. I'm going to go through the bead just before it. It's totally counterintuitive. It doesn't make any sense. We're skipping these 2 beads. We're going to go through the bead that's just before the bead we just came out of. So we're going to go through that. And as I pull it through, I want to make sure that the 2 beads I just added land on top of my pile. I don't go down to the underside of the pile. There we go. And this has formed another type of triangle with the 2 beads I just added. If I can keep track of which one of those are. Yeah, those 2 beads right there. Now we've got another triangle. It's a little hard to see. Let's see. Where's my triangle? Coming out of that bead. Yeah, there's my triangle of 4 beads. So I'm coming out of this bead. I'm going to add 2 beads. It starts off looking pretty messy, but just keep going with it. I came out of this bead here. I'm going to go through the bead just before it. Y'all can see that. It came out of that bead. I'm going through the bead just before it. And I'm making sure the beads I add land on top of the stack. On top of the stack. There we go. There's my new diamond. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 that make the 4 shape. There they are. Okay, I've come out of this bead. I'm going to add 2 beads. I'm going through the bead just before the one I came out of. Right here. Keep your tension tight. I've got it kind of loosening up here on me, and that can make me very confused. Keep your tension tight. Keep everything lining up. There we are. There's my little diamond. Pick up 2 beads. Go through the bead just before the one I just came out of. Let's see, I came out of that one. So I'm going through this one. And I'm making sure I crisscross my threads. Make sure I don't crisscross my threads. Make sure all those beads land on top of it. Keep on going. It looks like a horrible mess, especially with these size 8s. It works better, I think, with smaller beads. But there's my new diamond, the 4 beads that form the new diamond. 2 beads, and go through the bead just before the one you came out of. And you keep on going, making sure those beads land on top every time. There's the new diamond. Keep on going. And eventually, you'll get to this point. And it's got a messy look to it, but you can see there is a structure to here, and you can see why it's called a spiral stitch. There are many beads, though, many chains that are called spiral or tubular or chain. So I call this one a tubular chain stitch. There's my little diamond on the end. I would pick up 2 beads, and I'd go through the bead right right before the one that the thread's coming out of. It's coming out of this bead. I'd go through this bead. And I keep on going. So that is the tubular chain stitch. You can see what would happen if I did alternating colors. There you can really see the spiral. And this is with a round bead. I think it works a little better with a round bead. These are all round beads. This one is a cylinder bead. And I think it looks a little messier. I would prefer a round bead on that, but I love the metallic to go with that neat little purse. So I hope you enjoyed learning this one. It's a great one to replace for a chain. If you're out of chain, you want to just make one, go for it. Tubular chain stitch. Thanks very much for joining me. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And happy beading.